Everyone, welcome back. This is Doc again, coming at you from Lord of the Rings Rise to War Season 4. We just got started and we are just over 24 hours into our Season 4, and I wanted to talk to you guys about some of the new features, some of the things that I've noticed right away. So the first thing is this is the campaign, the War of the Ring, and in this campaign these are the season goals. First goals, as you can see, is help the ring bearer get to Mount Doom. So that's the whole entire purpose of this season, is help Sam and Frodo bring that ring down to Mount Doom. So that plays into that piece. The next thing is the siege, controlling control points. How many of those you occupy gets you additional points. Capital defense, make sure you have 3 of your side's capital, so the good side has 3 capitals obtained, and then of course ring power, as we see in previous seasons. So that's kind of the season campaign rewards, and it's good to know. Next thing we have is, let's go down here to the map, and I'll show you the map that we have. As you can see in this map, this is the map that tracks the progress of the ring bearers across Middle-earth here. So right here we have our ring bearers, which are Merry and Pippin and Frodo and Sam, and they are going across Middle-earth, and they have actually, that's new, I haven't seen that they picked up the barrow blade, and they have the mithril shirt. These are some of the things that they're picking up as they go along. I don't know if they make them stronger, it doesn't really say, but it does say their targets, how long they're expected to get to those targets, and they're walking. Their next target is Bree, and they're expected to get there in 10 hours. As you can see down here, the corruption level, this is their corruption's low. I assume that goes up the longer they're taking to walk across the different sections of Middle-earth. Their speed is slow right now. I don't know if that gets faster. I know it does get faster with the new scouting towers. I'm not sure if the corruption slows it down significantly or how exactly that works. So I'm really excited to see how those features work, but they have quite a ways to go. One other thing that I noticed that I wanted to kind of show you is the progress, the end of the progress tab. These are your different things that come up as the server progresses, and there's seems to be quite a bit more in this season than there was previously. One thing I was disappointed with this season is noticing that the good side appears to outnumber the evil side 2-1 right off the start. I know that they have some balance things that are going into this season. There's an Armored Sauron, there's some tier 4 that go to all the evil. There's also some neat little AI that seem to be doing something for evil. So I'm kind of curious to see how that all plays out in the upcoming weeks, but it's something to consider. I hope that they get to balance things more figured out to create more enjoyable seasons. Nobody likes boring seasons. So this is kind of where we're at so far. We'll jump right in here. Let's go look at where I am. So I am up here as a dwarf. I am in a fellowship. The fellowship that I am is a split fellowship. So something new that's in Season 4 is that you can be in a fellowship and the faction doesn't matter. So you can have the dwarves, you can be with Gondor, you can be with Rohan, you can be with all these different factions and be in one fellowship, which is really cool because for me, my commanders are better set up with dwarves, where some of the other people that I play with, they have better with cavalry units and like tier 4 marshals and swan knights and stuff like that. So it's good it'll give us an opportunity to get a little more variety and hopefully set up our commanders to have the most success. So that's basically where I am. The downside is we're not all together, so we have to keep that into consideration. So we'll see how this all plays out. But one of the other things I do want to show you right off the bat that I noticed different about Season 4 is these scouting towers. So this is the new feature that I think kind of talks about, it changes the ring bearer's movement speed, and it has to be built along a road, and there can be up to 50 in a region. That's kind of cool. So I assume what we're going to be doing this season is putting these along the road to increase Sam and Frodo's speed through that region, and then evil is going to be fighting us to tear down the towers. Pretty sure that's how this season is going to work, but I don't 100% know. The other thing I noticed right away, and this could be a balance thing, this was showed to me by someone else, is, I'll show it to you over here. You look at all these little artificial intelligence things. These guys, they're all taking tiles and they're fighting like they're little bases. I'll be interested to see how they work with evil players or work against them. Maybe I think the intent is that they're there to fight the good side to reduce the speed of Sam and Frodo from going through a particular area, but as some of the other previous game mechanics were introduced, they weren't extremely successful, so I'll be interested to see how this plays out throughout the season, if it becomes a real huge advantage or if it ends up being more of a headache than anything else. So that's basically the major game mechanic changes. There is a few other little changes in this season I noticed right away. If you go to the crossings, the number of defenders have doubled. That used to be 2, now it's 4 out of 4. I'm actually kind of excited about this. I think there's an opportunity to do some experience farming with those. I'll let you guys know how that goes. I haven't tried it yet. It's something I'll be looking at over the next few days, since that's a level 25. I think that there's a chance I could probably do some pretty good experience farming with those. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Obviously, the first 24 hours for any account going into any season is critical. The first 24 hours, you get those buffs. You get the buff. The 2 buffs that matter the most is the reduced damage, reduced troop loss, troop deaths buff, and the reduced stamina cost. So instead of costing 20 stamina to attack something, it costs 10 stamina to attack something. Those are 2 really cool buffs that you have to maximize in the first 24 hours. Those only start 24 hours from when you start. So just because the server opened at 4 o'clock UTC, if you don't start till 10 UTC, you get a fresh 24 hours. So try to maximize and plan your schedule to maximize every minute of those 24 hours to get to the most. So that's where your biggest bang for your buck happens in that time frame. So you're able to get the most power gain. You're able to get through these early levels quicker. You lose a lot less troops. After the 24 hours, you need to be a little more careful. Troop loss is more of a bigger deal. If you have a really bad decision on troop loss, all of a sudden you could wipe out a commander and it could set you back a half a day in resources, and that's not great. So you need to really think through everything. Previous seasons, I've always typically been in the top 5 to start out the season after the first 24 hours. This season, there seems to be a lot more whales, which is kind of cool. And as you can see, I'm 19th, just over 24 hours. I think the best I was at is I was up to 13th or 12th at one time, and that was pretty good. But 19th, I'm not surprised. There's quite a few more whales this season, so we'll see how that plays out. I do notice that there's a lot of good side whales. Sapphire, she played with Yeet previously. Poletto also played with Yeet previously. So there's a lot of players in here that Nox also played with us. MTTDD. I'm actually glad that he's on Evil because he's got a really wicked Gil-galad. So that'll be fun to see how this season progresses with those guys, and we'll get the opportunity. So I guess the one cool thing going into Season 4, for me at least, is I'm really excited about all the different people that are playing on our server. So Yeet, we've been playing, some of us have been playing since Season 1 together. We started as Arnor. We've been playing together there. We actually fought Mordor that season and lost the ring to Mordor, and then actually Mordor and Arnor, we kind of joined together and we created Yeet going into Season 2, and we played on a normal server. And then on that normal server, we had a huge Mordor team, which is Dol Guldur Brewing Company, was down there in Mordor, and they played, and they had a big group, and they fought primarily Gondor. And by the end of the season, all of us joined together and we're good friends. And we actually fought a French group called Avalon, where Furiou is a part of, and we had some huge battles with them. It was a really fun season. After season 2, we went into season 3. We kind of all came together. That was a bad decision because we were really strong going into the season, and then everybody hated us for it and kind of teamed up against us. Which, you know, we didn't win anything, but we did hold our ground in season 3. And now going into season 4, we've kind of broke up a little bit because we have a lot of good players and a lot of evil players. So now this is kind of cool, because now I have a Yeet that is a good side Yeet. We have a Yeet that's an evil side Yeet. We have a couple actually groups in the evil side that are playing. So I'm going to get the opportunity this season to play as a good side against people that I played with since season 1. And you know, there'll be plenty of trash talking to go along with that. Actually, my entire goal for season 4 is to, you know, really kill Biscuit and Motives and really make their lives miserable, just because I enjoy having trash talking with them, and that'll be fun. It should be pretty easy. I mean, it's just Biscuit and Motives, so it won't be a big deal. But you know, we got a lot of fun and a lot of things that we're looking forward to this season. So that's kind of cool. Let's see here. What else did I want to show you guys while we're in here? Ring setup, early season. This is how I do it. I max out stamina and control right away, and then from there, I put points into dominance as needed. I really then focus on either previous season I went down here and started mock battling. This season I'm going to probably do some more sweeping and try to do some experience sweeping, some effortless sweeping. And the rationale behind that is I don't think I'm going to have as much opportunity this season to do a lot of mock battling. Hopefully I get to do some XP farming to help level my commanders, but I could also do some sweeping, and I can do that anywhere, especially if I'm down there defending a point. I can still be kind of leveling up commanders in that area and still be useful for defense points. So that's kind of my strategy going this season. It might all change. You know, I don't know yet. We're going to see how it plays along. But right now, that's the approach that I'm going to take. The commanders that I'm starting this season with are Gandhi. I got Gimli started up a little bit, but Dwaylen and, of course, Gil-galad are all big ones. Gimli I'm really excited about to use with the Dwarves, the tier 4 this year. That'll be fun. I have a couple other little ideas that I've got stashed away. I don't want to give all my secrets out, but it should be fun. Our group here this season is really good. I really look forward to playing with everybody. If anybody has something that they want to do a video on, you want me to talk about, please let me know. Send me a message in game. Direct message me on Discord. We have a board in Discord where you can give feedback and ideas. Please use that. Also subscribe to my channel, like the videos, share the videos. I'm really trying to get as much excitement built up over this season, some of the things that we get to do this season, but also I have a season 1 account that's about to move into season 2 in a week. We're using a lot of these videos to train some of the newer players that are down there, that we get to do some fun stuff there. So we're going to be playing an RP going into season 2, I think in 7 days. So you'll get to see some videos from that where I get to play as Rohan, and I have a lot of cavalry commanders down there that really are good. So again, thank you all. I look forward to talking with everybody this season and seeing everybody on the field of battle. And if you have any questions, let me know. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good one, and I'll see you out there. Talk out.